Can you believe as we end this year, it's now been well over 6 years since the last brand new original 3D Mario game. Thankfully, we did get another 2D game in the form of Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which was just absolutely magnificent. But what about our 3D boy? When are we going to see Mario back into the 3D spotlight? And for a while, we've been talking about things like Odyssey 2 and what they could do, maybe even throw us a Galaxy 3 or something along those lines, or just give us Galaxy 2, because, you know, Nintendo 3D All-Stars just says this isn't a 3D All-Star. We've been talking so much about 3D Mario, and I've been listening to you guys, and you guys have been commenting what you think about the next 3D Mario and what you think it's going to be. And right now, the rumors are suggesting that this next 3D Mario is going to be more open-ended than we've ever received before. I don't know if it's going to be fully open world, but it's looking that way, based on the rumors at least. And it's going to be a huge brand new game towards the launch of the next console, apparently next year. After reading all your comments for over 2 years as we wait for this new 3D Mario game, I wanted to make a video showcasing not just stuff about rumors, but talking more along the lines of what Nintendo should and could do with their 3D Mario games, and what could be the best power move, and which one would be the best idea. So by pulling up the chart that Nintendo kind of officially revealed to us when Super Mario Odyssey was revealed, let's talk about what they should do. When the reveal of Super Mario Odyssey happened, Nintendo grouped their 3D Mario games as follows. They have linear and also open-ended 3D games, such as the sandbox style. So when you look at the 3D linear games, you have Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Mario 3D Land, and of course, Mario 3D World. And when it comes to the open sandbox games, you have Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and of course, Super Mario Odyssey. Then when Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury came out on the Switch, we got introduced a brand new problem. This game, Bowser's Fury, didn't fit under one category. It didn't fit under the category of being a sandbox 3D Mario game, as it was more open-ended and everything was interconnected, and it was one giant world that Mario could explore once he unlocked different areas. But at the same time, it's definitely not a linear 3D Mario experience. It actually changes the chart up a lot by introducing a brand new category, a kind of open world category for Mario, technically, even though it's a small title that was packaged into a larger game. So with this addition, I made a brand new chart with an extra category now being linear, 3D sandbox, and open world, where I guess Bowser's Fury would pretty much go into open world for now. So in total, that gives us 4 linear 3D Mario games under our belt. We have 3 3D sandbox games and 1 open world, kind of, if you even count that as one, more like a half. So let's go through them and just see what should be the next 3D Mario game. So starting off with the linear 3D Mario games, there should definitely be more in the future, for sure. It just makes sense. There's still a lot of fun to platform with Mario in a limited 3D area, but still places to explore, things to do, but at the end of the day, you know, you're going for one simple star at the end of the course. And I still think they should continue to make games like this. I mean, Mario 3D World is a blast to play with friends and just to mess around in some of these worlds and stuff. You don't need a gigantic single-player experience for Mario every time to have a great 3D Mario game. But even with that said, we just got Mario 3D World ported over to the Nintendo Switch, so I highly doubt that they have plans for yet again another Mario 3D World or even Galaxy style of game coming to the Switch. Also considering the fact that Galaxy is on the Switch, so I think the only things that they would add is Mario Galaxy 2 or even Mario 3D Land, but besides that, I don't think we see a new one anytime soon that is more in the linear fashion. But what about more of our 3D sandbox style of 3D Mario games, which we don't have as many as the linear? It's very close, but just not as many. Well, we have 64, we have Sunshine, and we just got Odyssey, kind of just got, even though it's been over 6 years back in 2017. But what are the odds Nintendo makes yet again another one? Honestly, I'd say it's still not what's next for Nintendo and for Mario, because honestly, to me, if they were to make another 3D sandbox Mario game for the Switch or even coming soon for the next console, I felt like it would have been out already, and it would have been Odyssey 2. I mean, just look at all the sequels that these different games and properties got on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, even Breath of the Wild got a second game in the form of Tears of the Kingdom, and a lot of people were expecting Odyssey DLC or maybe even a brand new Super Mario Odyssey game, giving us even more fun captures with all the enemies in the Mario series and even more kingdoms to explore, and they just completely said, yep, Odyssey is done. It's a great game, but that's all you're getting. So I think they would have already showed us what this game would look like if it was going to be another 3D sandbox Mario game. So Yeah, that leaves us with one final category. Yep, you guessed it, open world Mario. It just makes sense, honestly. And considering the fact that we still technically don't have a full open world Mario game, it's kind of just like a test into the waters. That's what Bowser's Fury felt like. Let's see what Mario could do in a mini open world compared to us flushing it out into a gigantic, huge kingdom for him to explore. You know, and I think this is the best way for them to go. We've seen the linear Marios, we've seen the kind of closed off 3D kind of sandbox open world Mario games, but we need a full-fledged open world Mario game. Some people will agree, some people might not agree, and that's completely fine, because at the end of the day, we're still going to get these linear games, we're still going to get the sandbox games probably, but there's just something to be said to see Mario running around the Mushroom Kingdom and going wherever he wants, into any region, into any area of the map. You can just run there, ride Yoshi there, fly through the air there in a cannon, whatever you want, you can do it. And a lot of people do think that this would take the identity away from Mario. I've been on many podcasts and talked with many people about what they would think this could actually be and how this would actually work with Mario. A lot of people think this is going to take away from the tight, constrictive platforming that Mario is known for, just kind of giving you, platforms to jump on and objectives to reach, and then boom, you reached it, that's it. And a lot of people don't want to see like Mario running around in like this big open world adventure game. It just doesn't fit the character. And I completely don't agree. Look at how much fun it is to move Mario in Mario Odyssey. I mean, simply just to run around with the character feels so good. He has a dive, he has a roll, he has triple jumps and backflips and side hops and cartwheel jumps and rolls around the ground and throws his hat and can bounce off of that. I mean, there's so many videos you can find online of people collecting these power moons in the craziest ways possible, skipping, level sequences and stuff. And that's really what it's about. It's about doing the fun acrobats and platforming and parkour that Mario can do. But I feel like a lot of the time we're limited because it's just such a linear stage that we have to complete. Even in the 3D sandbox Mario games, I feel like there's that one objective that you have to do, and it's not really kind of go explore whatever you want. But can you imagine an open world where Mario has a similar moveset and controls very similar to Super Mario Odyssey, where he can run, roll, jump, backflip, front flip, side flip, and you can do all these things, but you have more of an environment to work off of. Like you have more trees and mountains and cliff sides and rocks and, little toad houses and stuff that you can platform off of and explore the kingdom in order to find these things. I feel like the Power Moon idea didn't fit really well with a lot of people because some of them were just so easy to find and they didn't have like the actual missions that we had in 64 and even Sunshine. But at the same time, I wish they kind of included those in more of an open world Mario game. But just imagine a giant open world, but Mario can stop at many different locations and do little platforming challenges. I mean, we see it in Bowser's Fury where there's a lot of sections where Mario just has to go platform all the way up to in order to collect the cat shine. It's not like he's just running around an open world and not really doing anything. I mean, he's doing platforming challenges. There's so many times where he hits a switch and a whole bunch of platforms appear and then you have to stop and go, through the obstacle course. So Mario is still doing platforming. He's just taking a quick break after running around the world and exploring. Something else they can do is the Breath of the Wild formula. Now, Breath of the Wild didn't have the dungeons that lots of people missed and remembered, but it still had like 4 traditional ones and also the mini ones in the form of shrines. So what if, just like in Super Mario Odyssey, Mario comes across random doors or different portals that take him to challenge rooms where you can do lots of these really tight, restrictive platforming challenges that kind of give it the linear feel. So that way you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. You're getting a little bit of the linear 3D Mario games where you have to collect something through a designated path, and also the exploration of 3D sandbox / open world Mario game. Maybe as you complete these challenges, Mario will actually level up, and a lot of people will be like, how in the world is Mario going to level up? Well, it's easy. Take a script out of the Metroid games, where Samus actually starts with little to nothing in her inventory, just a normal blaster, and she doesn't even have the morph ball. Imagine if Mario started off very weak, and you have to keep upgrading different things about him. Maybe he runs very slow, and eventually you'll upgrade his speed, or upgrade his jump height, or add brand new moves to his arsenal that's some that we maybe never seen before. Maybe he doesn't even have the triple jump to start off with, or the backflip, and you have to unlock these in like a skill tree by going around and collecting the stars or the moons or the suns or the power-ups, whatever this next game is going to have. So honestly, I think the sky's the limit for Mario's future. I think there's definitely some good choices for them to go, and I honestly would love any of them, whether it be another linear 3D Mario game or maybe even a 3D sandbox Mario game. But I do think even with the rumors saying that it is going to be open world, I think this right. I just think it makes sense. I think Bowser's Fury is very telling of that, and this long wait for this next Mario game also tells us that there's something bigger than normal that they're working on, and I cannot wait to see how this is actually portrayed and how well this actually transitions into reality. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about 3D Mario games. What would you like to see next? What would be your ideal next 3D Mario game? Which category would it fall under? And kind of describe it. What would it play like and what would it be? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please, please, please stop what you're doing real quick. Leave a like. It's the holiday season. Leave a like and subscribe if you're cheery, you're ready for the Game Awards, maybe some announcements coming for Nintendo, and also just Christmas coming. Leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.